butter.
Why, hello. My name is Amy, and this is going to be about the first time I had a manic episode and went to a psych ward. I want to do a disclaimer real quick. I'm going to take it off from the Mental Illness Happy Hour podcast. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. This is just going to be more like a waiting room that doesn't suck. All right. So in November of 2015, I stopped sleeping and had a manic episode. And I think something that was a really big trigger for my manic episode was I had a lot of goals, and I wanted to travel, and I wanted to just see the world, because I am in a little town, state, Utah, and other states can even be totally different than the state I'm in, so I just really want to experience things, and I have a little bit, and I think that's why my drive was so big on wanting to do it more, because there's more out there. People have said Utah is really different than other places. And yeah, so had a manic episode. I felt like I was on a psychedelic drug. I felt like I was on a psychedelic trip. I don't do psychedelics anymore. If you're young and watching, just maybe hold off for a couple of years, because I feel like a lot of kids go into psychedelics and oh, it's gonna be so cool, and yeah, but you're also going insane on these things, and sometimes that's hard to come back to, and sometimes kids take a lot and it just messes them up. Yeah, so the admission process is going into this room with just a chair. I was really stressed. I asked for a stress ball. They gave me one. It broke because it was made out of rubber and had sand in it, so there was sand everywhere, and I asked for another one, and I got it. And then someone came in to analyze me, basically, to see if I was insane or not. And they would ask me questions, and I told them what I'm telling you. I felt like I was on a psychedelic trip when I didn't take any drugs. So then they said that I was up to par to go, and they put me in into the suicidal unit. Did not feel suicidal. Maybe I was acting suicidal or something, but yeah, so I was up there, got in, super confused, had this huge rant, what the fuck, and I don't think it was that I didn't believe that psych wards really existed, but I think it was more of what, and how psych wards function to me is, I don't think it's the right way at all. And yeah, so then I was in there, and I can tell you basically the hour-to-hour schedule that was supposed to be enacted. 7 a.m. wake-up call. Don't remember that happening. You would wake up and then you would do your vitals. 8:30 breakfast. Half was cold, half was hot. 9 a.m. fresh air break, which was a smoke break. And at the psych ward I was at, they'd give you cigarettes. The first time I went, I didn't smoke any cigarettes. And then 10 a.m. mindful exercise group. They would ask your goals. 10:30 a psych activity. Not really sure. Don't think that really happened. 11:45 fresh air break, smoke break. 11:30 expressive group. So basically, art therapist, and usually they would just kind of do the same thing. It would never be original, I guess. And then sunshine break was not a smoke break at 3:30. 4:45 was dinner. 5:45 was a fresh air break. 6:30 psych tech group, and 9 p.m. was a fresh air break. And you would also take pills in the morning and afternoon, and sometimes in the middle of that, depending on if there were doctors would talk to you, and not for long. The food was pretty okay. Not a lot to complain about. They also had privileges. So if you were good, you could get your clothes back because you would wear hospital gowns. And something else, when you were first admitted, they would like make you strip down naked and then like check you if you're smuggling anything in or if you have markings or basically. And I feel like I'm not a rape victim, but for rape victims that would be really hard to go through with someone you don't even know. The people were like, honestly, this is gonna sound like cliche or something, but third eye like open for sure. And it's crazy, you know, like some there were like some homeless people and stuff, but like I don't know, just super woke and super fragile, you know. And you're not supposed to like exchange numbers and stuff or anything, which I kind of get, but also don't, because in that state it's like a pretty vulnerable state, and if you can talk to someone in that state, then you can probably like just really grow from that relationship. I was diagnosed bipolar. I don't really remember one are the two. And the meds I'm on right now is lithium, and after my first time I was injected with papillosumoline or something, and then I had to take it after, and it made me really slow, and this one job actually fired me because I was too slow. So yeah, I think medication like can help, but I also think that the pharmaceutical company is an asshole, and like I don't know. And I just wanted to touch on like schizophrenia and stuff. Like I'm one of the people who thinks schizophrenia is like a gift. Like seeing things that is not there like is amazing, and I think it sucks that like it's like a bad thing in society, you know, because I feel like it's not that bad of a thing, and especially if we're like trying to like not talk about like how they feel or what they see and stuff. I feel like it's something that needs to be expressed, which brings me to my next point. I think psych wards and even prisons should be a lot more creative. It should be a creative space. There should be like musical instruments everywhere. Like you should just be able to create. And I don't know if it's just like a Utah thing or it's not like that, but this guy that was from California said the psych wards in California where like you can have your laptop and like you can kind of like do your own thing, which I think is better because you really need to like figure out like who you are and what you want to do and like why you're there and how to move forward when you're in that state. Also on the non-suicidal levels, I guess there's a lot more freedom. I guess there's people dancing around with music and stuff. So yeah, that is my little experience and synopsis with that. If you guys like this, I can do more. I've been to 4 psych wards and I'm 20 years old. But yeah, thanks for watching, and just express yourself always, you know. Find someone who will just, you guys can just express yourselves all day. Like it's just important, and do what you want always, and good luck.